Justin is 16 and he lives with his grandmother. Lately, Justin's been in trouble at school for fighting and for hacking into the school's computer system. It turns out Justin's being bullied at school. Because of the bullying, Justin made threats against a peer and ended up in the crisis stabilization unit. Upon discharge, Justin was referred to the Impact program. This is Justin's initial service team meeting. Welcome everybody to Justin's service team meeting today. Thank you so much for coming. Let's start by doing introductions. I'll go first. My name's Andrea and I am Justin's service coordinator. My role is to facilitate the wraparound process.
My name's Barbara. I'm Justin's mama. And my role with Justin is just to love him and support him and kind of help him to become an awesome adult.
Well, I'm Justin, and I'm here. My role, I'm here because I'm in trouble.
And my name is Coach Rigsby, and I'm here to help Justin in any way I can. That's my role.
My name is Dawn, and I'm Justin's therapist. I guess my role is to support Justin in getting his needs met.
Well, my name is Mr. Hertwick, and I am Justin's assistant principal where he goes to school, and my role here is to help him succeed and to reach his potential in school, just like with any other student that I work with.
And I'm Miss Tina. I'm Justin's special ed resource teacher, and my role is to help Justin achieve academically in the classroom and to get along with his peers.
So you guys are going to be part of my impact team?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Officially Team Justin.
Let's go Team Justin.
Justin.
Now I'm going to pass around a statement of confidentiality. Please sign it. What it does is that it protects Justin's and Barb's privacy, so what we talk about in this meeting will stay in this meeting.
Go ahead and sign two.
Now we're going to pass out the agenda for the meeting. Justin?
Oh, yeah, I got it right here.
Okay.
There you go, Mama.
Thank you.
Thanks, Justin.
Oh, no problem. Here you go, Coach. Here you go.
Remember when we met for our initial conversations, I was talking about the wraparound process and explaining the flow of the meeting today? Well, there's an agenda that we have. We're going to briefly go over what we're going to be discussing today, okay? All right, so we're going to go develop ground rules. We're going to create a team mission and vision. We're going to do an overview of Justin's strengths. We're going to review and prioritize the needs list. We're going to develop the goals and objectives based on those prioritized needs. We're going to create a crisis action plan, and then we're going to develop a graduation goal and a transition and discharge plan. Next item on the agenda is the ground rules. So what do y'all think? We need to establish some ground rules for this meeting.
Rules? So does that mean I get to be the boss?
No, it doesn't. We're equal partners on this team.
Okay, Mama.
We're a team.
All right.
But your voice counts.
I don't think there should be any texting during this meeting. Stay focused.
Okay.
And this is one of our classroom rules, but I think it applies here to speak one at a time.
Okay.
I think all of us are kind of busy, so if we could respect each other's time and try and start meetings on time and end them on time as much as possible.
I like that.
I just want to add a ground rule, if it's okay, that we don't have any judgments.
Perfect.
Oh, I second that.
Second that.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, so the next thing on the agenda is for the team to create a mission and a vision. And let me explain to you a little bit about what that is. The vision is going to be more what the family brings to this process, the vision that you guys have for Justin. The mission is what the team as a whole sees what our mission is in helping Justin. Is that clear? Mm-hmm. Okay. So what do you guys think? What will be Justin, Barbara?
I just want Justin to be happy, stay out of trouble, and to feel good about himself. I think he deserves that.
Yeah. I like
I think
that.
I deserve it too.
Okay, so that's a good vision.
Yeah.
All right, so what about a team mission? What do we as a team see as our mission for Justin?
I kind of have some thoughts about that. I just think that maybe we could do something like this, see what you all think about it. Justin's team we will work together to help Justin be successful at home and at school.
I agree with that.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Thanks.
Something we can all get behind.
Good.
Team
Exactly.
Justin.
Team Justin.
Justin.
The next thing on the agenda is to review Justin's strengths. So what I did is I compiled a list of the strengths based on my initial conversations that I had with each one of you prior to the meeting. So if it's okay, I'd like to go over them quickly. Justin's strengths: he's endearing, he's fun and funny, energetic, charismatic, has a strong sense of fair and unfairness, loves football, he's bright, he doesn't like to disappoint people, he likes to help, and he's loyal. So do we have any other strengths that we need to add today?
Oh, I've got one.
Okay.
Now, Mr. H can vouch for me on this one, but I'm pretty good with computers, aren't I?
Maybe a little too good.
Maybe.
You are good, that is true.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty good with them.
He's great with imitations. He can imitate pretty much everybody on the football team.
You should see him imitate you, Coach, when you're not looking.
I've seen that.
I actually have one. Justin, you're really insightful. I would say that you have a really strong emotional intelligence.
What does that mean?
Well, a lot of people, you have a strong IQ. We already know that from the test, but you're also able to really understand why people behave the way they do and just kind of get people.
I can get that. Yeah, I get what
You
you're
see what I'm
saying.
saying?
Yeah.
We talked about that before.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are some really good strengths. Do we have any others that we want to add today?
It's a pretty good list.
It's a really good list.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay.
Wow. It's very powerful to hear people say such nice things about you, Justin.
I agree.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
appreciate it.
Next, we're going to talk about Justin's needs. And these are based on the initial conversations that I had with each of you guys. And Justin and Barb, you and I talked about this list prior to the meeting, so I want to make sure that we're able to go over this. And remember, Justin, that these are things that we as a team collectively have come up with. You got a couple of things on here too, so we don't want you to feel like we're being judgmental against you. This is just part of the process, okay? All right, so some of the needs we have: that impulsive, difficulty focusing, struggling with peer relationships, difficulty following directions, and some disruptive behavior. So do we have any other items that we need to add to the needs list?
One thing that I was thinking about for Justin is that when he acts out, he gets really frustrated with himself. And that negatively affects his self-concept, the way he feels about himself. And that worries me. I would like for us to work on that, if that's okay, just negative self-concept.
Okay.
We've talked about that before, Justin. Does that seem
Yeah.
okay to put on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know where you're coming from. Yeah.
Okay. Any other needs? So next we want to talk about why these things are happening for Justin. And so what we're looking at are needs statements. And that's based on the behaviors that are on the other. So again, it was just one of those things that Justin and Barbara and I, once we sat down and looked at the compiled list of needs, that we looked at two major things that are going on for Justin. Justin needs to feel accepted and have friends. And Justin needs to be able to manage ADHD symptoms, which would be impulsive behavior, the poor focus, and the disruptive behavior.
That's a good point, man. All the one on top with the acceptance.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of goes back to the whole point of why I hacked into the system. It just felt like when I hacked into it, I installed a game, and nobody can get into it unless they had the password. And then with the password, only my friends could have it, so everybody wanted to be my friend.
Makes sense.
So it just felt like for once, everybody just wanted to be my friend.
So that acceptance was important to you.
Yeah.
You got to find positive acceptance.
I think that, and we've talked about this before, with the bullying that's happening at school, I think that's really causing your ADHD symptoms to come out more than usual, and that has the feeling of acceptance to me, and I don't know what you all think, seems to be the most important thing to work on right now.
I agree with that. I think feeling accepted for who he is And I think that if we deal with that, then we're gonna have a better life at home too.
Yeah.
I think that really carries over.
And I think Justin will be able to manage his ADHD symptoms more easily if he's not
Yes.
so stressed out by some of those social things that are happening at school.
I agree with that.
I think that would be true in the classroom too, Justin.
Okay. All right.
So, team consensus that we can develop a goal based on this need that centered around Justin feeling accepted and having friends?
I think that would be a great first start.
Okay.
All
That
right.
makes sense.
That makes sense.
Okay, so the goal, it sounded perfect what you guys said. Now, what we need to look at is developing a goal around Justin wanting to have friends and feel accepted, and then some objectives or ways for Justin to be able to meet that goal. So this is where you guys come in as the team.
Well, I think it would be good for Justin to get the opportunity to come and work with me at the computer store. I work there nights for the discount, and if he came in, he would learn some social skills, being able to interact with customers and talk to people. I think that'd be really beneficial for him. And take advantage of him loving computers already.
That'd
He'd
be so
definitely
much
help out.
fun.
I know it would.
Oh
He'd
man.
be great for it.
Coach, that was a great objective, but we've got to develop a goal around how we're going to help Justin meet his need to feel accepted.
Okay.
Okay? So we'll go back to what the goal's going to be.
Of course, you know, I have to write goals all day long, so if you guys let me contribute a little, I just have an idea to throw out and see what everybody thinks about it. I think that we would be able to tell that Justin's need of being accepted is being met if he starts having positive interactions with his peers every day, or as often as we can do it.
I think that's really, I want to support that because I think that for me, the goal that I would have for Justin is that he did have some positive interactions.
Yeah.
So, and some positive social skills.
Is that okay with you, Justin?
How are we gonna do that though?
Okay.
That's a great question. But I think, like, right now, what you've told me in the last few weeks, you're really not having any positive peer interaction. So what if we could get it up to like 2 times a day?
Okay.
And start there until we get your whole day rocking with positive interactions with your friends and having friends. So let's say have 2 positive peer interactions a day, and you know, maybe next time we can start talking about actively making friends and how you do that.
Okay.
That'd be a lot better than that.
Yeah.
So am I correct, Dawn? Is that what the goal is that you guys, Justin will have 2 positive interactions per day with peers?
Yeah.
Sounds good to
Or
me.
more, but you know, I say look, from 0, let's go to
Let's
2.
start at 2.
Yeah, be realistic with it.
And just to clarify, that's in the school setting,
Mhm.
correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so Justin will have 2 positive interactions per day with peers at school. Okay, so it's a great goal. Now, Coach, you had mentioned before, well, first let me back up. Justin, you were wondering how we're going to help you to meet this goal.
Yeah.
Coach had the perfect objective in the beginning. What was that again, Coach?
I work part-time at a computer store at night for the discount, and I think it would be great if Justin could come in and help me with that. He already loves computers. He could just learn more about computers, and we have to deal with customers on a daily basis, so he could get positive social interaction.
All right. Let's do it.
So maybe what we can do is change the goal a little, and not just at school, but in the community too.
Thank you.
Is that okay? Yeah. Are you okay just adding school and community to the goal, everybody? Okay.
'Cause we want Justin to be happy everywhere, not just at school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Justin will have 2 positive interactions with, I apologize, Justin will have 2 positive interactions per day with peers at school and in the community. And so one of the ways we're going to help him do that is Justin's going to work at the computer store with you, Coach?
Absolutely.
Okay. How often?
I work there 2 to 3 times a week. If he wanted to come in every time I came in, that'd be no problem at all.
Okay, so the who is Coach and Justin. The when is 2 to 3 times a week, is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
That's such a great idea. I love that.
Okay, so what other ways are we gonna help Justin to meet this goal?
Well, I have another idea. Sorry, I don't mean to like hog the table or anything, but I do have some thoughts that we've already talked about, that I have this really neat group that's going on with young men your age who kind of struggle with some of the same stuff. And that happens weekly, and it's actually at school, so you wouldn't have to transport him, pick him up, take him there or anything. I actually do that group at the school. And so if you think you might be
Just
willing
come
to
in after
participate.
class.
Yes,
Okay.
well, actually, I pull you out. It's during a specific period that I think won't be too disruptive to your class
Okay.
schedule. Because I talked to you about that briefly. You already know about the group because I have some of the other young men in that group.
That sound good to
That
you?
sounds fun.
Yeah, it is a fun group. It really is. And your sense of humor will fit in perfectly with these guys.
That's good.
I'm sure it will.
I'm glad.
Okay, so I wanna make sure that I capture this correctly. Justin's gonna attend group at school with Dawn to help with socialization skills
Yes.
with same age peers. It's gonna be Justin and Dawn one time a week at school?
One time a week, yeah.
Awesome. Any other ways that we can help Justin meet this goal?
I also have a student that's getting some one-on-one from a school therapist, and it's really, really been helpful for that student. So I'm just wondering if that might be another possibility.
Samantha, yes, that is a great idea.
Okay.
So Justin's gonna meet with Samantha once a week at school?
Once a week or just when he needs her?
How is she doing it now?
I think she's doing it once every 2 weeks, and then if something comes up,
Okay.
she can meet more.
Okay. It's just really been helpful for another student in one of my classes, so.
That's a good idea.
Okay, that should be helpful for me too.
Yeah. Well, I also have an idea.
Okay.
I think that Justin and I would benefit from doing some family therapy maybe.
Right.
That may take care of some of the things at home that you and I are struggling with.
Yeah, we've already kind of started that. It seems like maybe we need to get your all's communication back on track and get Justin back to where he can follow directions at home and get his homework done so that he has time to do fun things too.
Okay.
So that would be once every 2 weeks, and then we can do it a few times and see how much you all think you need it from
I'm
there.
not gonna miss practice, am I? Okay.
Yeah, that's a good point. We don't want him to miss football practice, absolutely. Thank you for bringing that up.
Okay, so I wanna make sure I capture this correctly. Justin and Barb are gonna attend family therapy with Dawn to help improve communication.
Mhm.
Okay, and so it's Justin and Barb and Dawn, and it's one time every 2 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, to start with, yeah.
Okay.
Andrew, I'd like to add a suggestion.
Okay.
I've had some conversations with our IT department at school, and I think Justin could use some of his computer skills to maybe help out in the computer lab. He could maybe help create and test some of the security in our computer system. And, you know, I've already talked to the IT guys, and they're agreeable to that. So if the team would be acceptable with that suggestion as well, I think we could certainly work something out in that area. And put
What do you
those
think
skills
about
to
that?
use.
Oh, I think that's awesome.
Get your employment.
Sounds great. How often?
I think we could probably do that 2 or 3 times a week.
Fun.
Yeah.
Now, I heard somebody say use the skill for good and not evil. Justin, it'll be able to really capitalize on your really good
I
computer
can
skills.
redeem myself.
To redeem yourself, absolutely.
That's good.
Okay, so we're doing really well. It's a lot of different objectives. Do we have any other things we want to add?
I do have one more thing. You have had a major growth spurt in the last year, and I'm thinking we need to probably get you back into the psychiatrist to see if we need to adjust your meds to compensate for that. So if we could, I think he's got some openings next week. If we could get him to see Dr. Mayo next week.
He's going to continue to see him like
Sure.
once a month for
Yeah.
the medication
Yeah,
management.
it was once a quarter, but I think we
Yeah.
need to kind of amp that up a little
Yeah, I
bit just
agree
to
with that.
adjust
Okay.
his medication and make sure that's working at optimal levels.
Yeah.
Okay, and so Dawn, you're gonna help them with getting that appointment scheduled?
Absolutely, yeah,
Okay, so who, Barb and Justin and Dawn
yeah.
and Dr. Mayo. And did we say when?
Next week.
Okay, so next week.
Next week.
You're gonna make the call next week?
No, I'm gonna actually work with you all after the meeting to see if we can get, when we can get you in next week, because I know he has
Okay.
openings. I checked before I
Okay.
came, so he has some openings.
Okay, so these are some
Awesome.
really great objectives. Do we have any other things that we want to add? So if it's okay, I'd like to review what we have written so far, because we have so many awesome things, Justin, for you to help you meet this goal. So the goal is Justin will have 2 positive interactions per day with peers at school and in the community. And Justin, here are all the great ways we're going to help you to do that. Justin's going to work at the computer store 2 to 3 times a week with Coach. That's going to help to be able to have some positive interactions with people. Justin's going to attend group at school with Dawn to help with socialization skills 1 time a week. Justin's going to meet
With Samantha.
thank you. With Samantha, I can't remember. Justin's going to meet with Samantha at school for support. Samantha is providing therapeutic supports at school 1 to 2 times every other week or as needed. Barb and Justin are going to attend family therapy to help improve communication. And Justin's going to help with the school IT, be able to use his skills for good. And Barb and Justin are going to see Dr. Mayo for medication management due to his growth spurts.
And I just want to say one of the things that's worked really well for Justin is his relationship with Coach. And so it would be, I don't know if you feel like you could, but it seems to me one good thing might be for Justin to be able to touch base with you.
He could come in every day at third period. That's
Yeah.
not a planning period.
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
Yeah,
I
anytime
know.
you need to come talk to me, door's always open.
I know he
Appreciate
really,
it.
cares what you think, Coach.
Yeah, set up a system for check and connect.
Yeah.
That's right. I like that.
And Justin, you know, if Coach is never around, my office is always open as well.
Okay, appreciate it.
All right. So Justin, you got a team of people that really like you a lot and really want to help you to meet this goal.
We got a good team here.
The next thing we're going to do is develop a crisis action plan. And Barb and Justin, what that is that when behaviors start going south really quickly, this plan will be in place for you all to have a support on it. Okay, so we're going to look at least restrictive to more supportive.
It's like, what do you mean? I don't understand.
Well, you know, Justin, we've talked before what things you can do when you're feeling super stressed out. This would be similar.
Oh,
Remember?
like when I play video games at home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just take out my frustration.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Okay,
Coming up
that
with
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, and so before we get started, let's look at what behaviors happen or occur before a crisis. Okay, so what do the behaviors look like?
Well, at home, he looks like he's really red and his body is all tensed up.
Okay.
And usually that's an indication that something is coming next.
Okay. So, Justin, you get kind of red and your body gets tight. What are some other behaviors that occur before that?
Well, sometimes when Justin gets a little chippy with some of his teammates, it can lead to fights. But it's generally, he's a little too aggressive beforehand. Sometimes there's a little extra aggression.
Okay. Okay, so do we have any other behaviors that we need to add?
Well, I know in the past, and I don't think you've done this in a while, but you would go to your room, slam your door, throw things, and you've even punched the wall a few times, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you're getting bigger, so you can do more damage if you do that stuff now.
Yeah, I might put holes in some walls now.
Right, exactly.
Okay. All right, so remember we want to go from the least restrictive, more supportive with this crisis plan, okay? And actually, Justin, you came up with the perfect first step, if you guys are okay with that. You said that when you start to kind of feel it, you'll go in your room and play video games, and that helps you to calm down. So is it okay if you're at home or in a place where you can do that, then that'll be the first step, that you can go to your room and play video games?
Well, before you add that, let me just say that if Justin would just come to me and talk to me and tell me that he's frustrated or that he's struggling, we could talk about that. And I promise not to have a lot of judgment or yell and scream about it.
Okay.
But I feel like that might be really a first step. And then if that doesn't work, we could maybe do the video games, because I don't want him to go home every night and go straight to the video.
Okay. So Justin's gonna talk to Barb if he starts to feel.
Promise we won't get upset.
We will not get upset.
Okay.
We'll promise that.
And that's something we can
Either
work
one of
on.
us.
We can work on in family therapy, the best ways to communicate that stuff with your mama.
Okay.
Okay. And then the second step would be the video games? Okay.
I think that's a good way to decompress, you know what I mean when I say that, just to sort of let things go.
Okay.
Okay.
But now he gets upset at school too.
Okay. And so these two things that we were talking about really are more centered around home.
Yeah.
So when things start to happen at school, what are some things that Justin can do to help him de-escalate?
Well, Justin, if you're having a rough day, you can always come to me at football practice, and I'll set you up with that tackling dummy. You can just wail on it until all your stress goes away. Used to help me when I played.
Alright. Sounds fun.
But you know, Justin, if there are times during the day when coach isn't available, when he's in class teaching, you can always come to my office. I've got a video game console in my resource room that you could use for a little while during the day, so,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I'd also be available to help if I could as well.
Okay. Alright. Looks like a good plan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to make sure I capture that. Okay, so at school, Justin will be able to go to coach and hit the tackling dummy during football practice to help him de-escalate. And then, coach, if you're not available or if it's not during football, then Justin can go see Miss Tina. Justin can go see Miss Tina or see Mr. Herdwick and be able to play the video games or just kind of relax in their offices. Is that okay? Okay, so at school, Justin can go and see Coach, and then if Coach isn't available, then he can see Miss Tina or Mr. H, and then that'll be able to help him to calm down, be in a safe place to be able to calm down. Okay. Okay, so at school, Justin's gonna go see Coach, and if Coach isn't available, then he'll see Miss Tina or Mr. H. What else?
Well, I think that plan looks really good, but what if that doesn't work? What if Justin and I don't communicate very well? Or what if him playing video games does not work? Or the stuff at school, what do we do then?
And I think that's probably where I come in, you know, anybody on the team can call me. I know I'm not always available, so we also have the rural crisis unit, and you guys can call the mobile unit. And even if you don't need to necessarily see somebody, they do have phone counselors that can talk you through. So you have lots of options with that. Does that sound okay? That would be, I think, kind of a good first step.
I think that's a lot better than just calling and having him put in the hospital.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't
at
want to
all.
go there.
Yeah, I don't
We don't want you to.
Yeah.
Okay, and so next we'll call Dawn and schedule an appointment, or if Dawn's not available, then you guys can get connected with the mobile crisis unit and then go from there. Okay, so do we have any other steps that we want to add to this crisis action plan? Maybe if need be, if you guys get the appointment scheduled with Dawn or with the mobile crisis team, and there might be a need for the team to come back together on an emergency basis.
Yeah.
Just multiple heads are better than one, just a team
Yeah.
getting together to come up with a plan. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Should I put that on there? Okay, so schedule an emergency service team meeting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, I think Team Justin needs to be able to get together
When we
whenever.
need to.
Yeah.
That's right.
Good night.
Okay. Okay, and if you guys notice, again, like what I said before, this crisis action plan is going from least restrictive to more supportive. So the first part of it is all natural supports. It's Justin and Barb talking. It's Justin being able to go to his room if he needs to be able to chill out and play video games to regroup. If he's at school, Justin's gonna check with Coach in there. Then we've got Miss Tina, we've got Mr. H that'll follow up. Then if need be, then you guys can contact Dawn or the mobile crisis unit for supports. And then our last step is for me to schedule an emergency service team meeting for us all to get together and then come up with some supports as a team for you, Justin. So this is okay with you guys?
Looks good to me.
Fantastic.
Solid
All right.
plan.
Next, we'll develop a graduation goal and we'll know what it looks like when Justin's ready to graduate from Impact Program.
Oh, good idea.
So,
Okay.
all right, so graduation goal.
As long as I'm ready for it, though.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I think we'll know that when you're successful at home and at school.
Okay. All right.
Well, I feel like you would be ready to graduate if you're happy, if you're not getting in trouble, and if you feel good about yourself.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's nice.
So even if I graduate, though, I just want to know, Team Justin always has Justin's back, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Just want to make sure y'all got my back.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
Appreciate that.
Okay, so we came up with a really good plan today. Is this okay with everybody?
Yeah,
It's a
I
good
love it.
plan.
I love it.
Okay, awesome. So I know I touched base with you guys about scheduling another service team meeting in the next couple of weeks just to follow up on what's going on with Justin. Is that still okay? All right, so how about we meet in 2 weeks?
Okay.
Same time, same place?
Yeah.
That's great.
Great, thanks team.
And I just really want to say thank you all for being on Justin and my team and helping us to become as successful as we can possibly be.
It's an honor.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate you all.
Anything we can do to help.
Absolutely. That's right.
Thanks for not giving me detention, Mr. H. I appreciate that too.